Hello class, welcome to lesson 4 in module 4 where we're going to be talking about replacing letters and numbers. So here we have the top half of our notes if you want to pause it to copy. And below here now is the bottom half. Okay, today's lesson won't be too long, but start out by taking a look at our question. What do letters have to do with math? I know that you've seen letters a lot, especially in class this year, but we're going to sort of break it down and make it super clear. Oftentimes, we represent unknown numbers with letters. When you don't know a number, we call that a variable, and we use a letter to represent those unknown numbers. A couple things to remember. That in a single expression, matching letters represent the same number. So, matching letters in a single expression represent the same number. So if you have an expression, let's say you have a 4 plus a plus 2 plus a equals, let's say 10. Okay, in this scenario, or in this expression, the a's are going to represent the same number. We don't know what the number is right now. We could figure it out probably pretty easily, but the a's represent the same number. This a, the first a can't be 8 while the second a is 6 or something like that. They have to be the same. All right. Now, moving back over to our notes. Something else to remember is that we often see letters representing numbers in geometric formulas. Now, if we have seen letters in the past math classes that we've had, it's usually come in the way of trying to figure out geometric values, and it's just geometry, looking at shapes. So the only examples we have in today's notes have to do with geometric shapes and their formulas. So let's take a look at our first example, where we are trying to find the area of a rectangle. So here we see that the area of a rectangle is found by multiplying the length times the width. And usually you'll see this written as A equals L times W. Another pretty common formula that we see, or we have seen quite a bit here recently, has been the volume formula, or at least the volume of a rectangular prism. So in order to find the volume, we multiply the length times the width, sort of just like the rectangle, but we also multiply it by the height. It's a three-dimensional object, so we have 3 factors to multiply: length, width, and height. And similarly, just like with area, this is often represented just with the first letter of each word. So volume is represented with V, L is representative of length, W represents the width, and H represents the height. And then we plug in all of our values here. L is 3, W is 5, H is 2. Multiply those straight across, and we come up with 30. And the area of a square is the last thing we're going to look at, and it's something that we haven't talked a lot about in class, but the area of a square is just the side squared, or the side times itself. Okay, so when we put that in a formula, A is area. Usually a capital A, whenever you see a capital A in a math expression, it refers to the area of something. So A is area, and S refers to the side of the square, or the length of the side of the square. So here's our square. One side is 4 meters, and we don't need to have anything down here or on any of the other 3 sides, because we know a square has four sides that are the same length. So we take our 4 and we square it, which also means that, you guys remember this, but it just means 4 times 4, multiply it by itself twice, and that gives us 16. So this lesson is largely just showing us examples of where we often see letters that take the place of unknown numbers. So hopefully now we can answer this question: what do letters have to do with math? Thank you very much. Goodbye.